been a long time for us, a lifetime actually, since our eyes last met and we hugged each other goodbye that evening in front of the Greyhound bus station. You had me at our first hello all those years ago, but you never knew it. Those midnight conversations and holding hands till dawn underneath stretches of stars and moonlight that danced into the beat of morning, I can never forget. Oh, how we laughed, kissed, hugged and talked, and then talked some more. Baby, it didn't matter to you that you didn't score. Like a combination lock, we just clicked. Vibe together like a candle on a candlestick. And your country boy charm that you tastefully adorn still turns me on. And now the Jackson 5's Good Times is my favorite song. Since I'm confessing, here's one more confession. I hope you don't mind. When I talked to you the other day, those feelings of the past were past no more. They hit me hard like a tsunami, unearthed from the ocean's floor. Immersed under, I could barely catch my breath when I saw your face and then heard your voice, suddenly thrust back into time, when time stood still. And like baby-faced boy, you've got that whip appeal. It was you know, who woke up the inflaming desire in me. It was something about the way you inspired me. Baby, you grooved me. And without ever touching me, you touched me all over. Damn, I want you. Confession. In silence, I've loved you for such a long time. A lifetime, really. It is you who ignited all that I'm feeling, the flutters, flickers, and the flames. Got me wanting to carry a child for you, boy, and share your last name. All those years ago, like a whisper, the flames has been flickering in the distance. Seeing your face and then hearing your voice was overwhelming the other day. It provoked dreams, schemes, and all sorts of feelings and thoughts. And then I dreamt of you. And it was in my subconscious. My heart pulsated nervously with every delicate stroke of your fingertips that you cascaded with great precision. Up and down, my spine. Yeah. For my body knew not this language, left me tongue-tied. This unspoken tongue so foreign, I laid at your mercy, breathless. Tenderness was your kiss. At the arch of my back, ascended strong and powerful were your hands that clutched the curve of my thighs. I was a kept prisoner of your love, but baby, with gladness I wanted to be your delicate sunbird. Because I don't want to be free, I didn't want to fly I wanted to stay. And if I was with you now, we'd make love at dawn, with bodies in motion, channeling the waves of the sea, and panting to the rhythm of sunrise. And we'd lay content in the sensual pleasures of morning, as husband and wife, with wetness between my thighs, as your mojo gets baptized in the waters of my womanhood. Feels so damn good. And somewhere in between the oohs and the ahs, we are reborn. Damn, I want you. One month, 1 week, 1 day, 1 hour, 1 moment, 1 second, at a time I stand and wait for you, counting down the times for when I can see you again. With a heart so intertwined with yours, mine beats in alignment with your heart's rhythm, in anticipation to capture yet another glimpse of your essence. Truly, I'm invested, and my mind, it's so entrenched with constant thoughts of prayers of and for you, my distant lover. Long have I ceased fighting against these feelings, because baby, I simply adore you. And though I don't quite understand the longevity or the gravity given our absence, I know that there is no other place upon this earth I'd rather be, except gripped up in the clutches of your arms, or standing next to you as we travel along this path of exploration. This ain't no damn act of desperation, but I must admit, I hunger and thirst for liberation. 'Cause baby, I want to be free to love you the way a woman in love ought to, without these countless zip codes standing between us. You got me feeling like I want to combust because I miss you so much. And this thing between us goes far beyond us. I miss your gorgeous smile and the way you wrinkle up your forehead when you are engaged in thought. I miss sitting on the couch with my leg dangling over yours like a participle, while watching funny bloopers on YouTube. I miss you coming up behind me, wrapping your body all around mine, as I inhale the sexiness of your aura. And just like the poem rhythm in my skin, your kisses, whispers, and blows tingle my bones all the way down to my toenails, causing my insides to begin harmonizing songs. I miss laying down with you and having your head in my lap, as I gently caress your crown while you passionately rub your hands up and down my leg, while we take turns falling asleep, watching a funny movie on television. I miss giving you a hot bubble bath underneath the dim lights of scented candles, with the echoes of classic jazz playing in the background, washing your body from head to toe as you get fresh with me. I miss giving you a full body massage afterwards. I have this thing about relaxing you, but honestly, baby, it's all an excuse just to touch you, because somehow touching you relaxes me. In those simple moments of pleasure, I am one with you. But the truth is, I get scared sometimes as I wonder if destiny will someday truly make you mine. They say love is blind and that the truest of love is hardest to find. So even in the face of this mass distance and fear, I stand unreluctant to love you because I love you. And if I should end up with shattered pieces of my heart falling from these trembling hands, I won't ever regret loving you. Because with certainty, my distant lover, for a time you were my man. I can stand knowing that I loved you with all of who I am, withholding nothing. And oh yeah, I love it when you call me early in the morning, noonday at dinner time, and even in the middle of the night, asking me silly questions like, baby, are you asleep? You're such a damn night freak. Distant lover, oh, how I long to love you again and again and again. In between, under and over, out of, and even on top of the sheets. Because I don't mind being your freak every day of the week. I stand here loving you across zip codes and state lines, risking it all. Because they say that long-distance lovers have rarely stood the test of time. And maybe that's true. But like Frankie, Beverly, and Maze, my distant lover, I can't get over you. I can't get over you. I can't get over you. For the little girl that lived on the inside of me, the little girl that had a rather bleak destiny. Cried for the woman that was waiting to be free, the woman long dead inside of me. I cried for all the times I spent in the park alone, in early morning, late at night, with no place to call home. And for all the times that I was hungry and scared, barefoot and wet, wishing for death. I cried for every moment I slept with boyfriends as a teen. Not because I loved them, but because I had no other means. No means of getting love, of being loved by another. With a simple hug or a common touch. One that would validate who I am. What I am. One that would bring me home inside myself and say, I love you. I cried for my soul, the young soul that had grown old and weary, cold and dreary, because neither it nor she belonged. Cried for the little girl and for the grown woman that was trapped in every unhappy song. Cried for my soul, for it was scarred and bruised with mountains of heartache, pain, and despair. Cried because no one seemed to care. I cried for the little girl who was held down to be violated and raped. I cried mountains and rivers, valleys and streams. I cried blood and hatred. I cried sorrow and tears. Oh, how I cried for crying through the years. I cried for the loss of my grandmother all those years before, and how I miss belonging to someone whom I adore. Cried for the many times my own mother tore me down with words like, I wish you were never born. Despite the fact she didn't raise me, in my heart I mourn. I cried because at 25 I didn't know myself. And because I was depleted, I had no more soul left. Cried because others failed to get to know my pain, for they only saw the outside of me and not my own disdain. Cried for my daughter for being born to a teenage mother who couldn't even perceive her own worth. A woman child who had yet to establish her own birth. I cried in 1998 when I heard the shackles removed, dropping from my soul. When God told me through His word, I'm worth far more than gold. Cried when He commissioned me not to be what others said I was, but what He said I am. I am more than a conqueror. I cried when He whispered, you've been given life, not to suffer, but to enjoy for all it's worth. That day was the true day of my God-given birth. Cried because God said that I am his temple, and to him I belong. Never ever again shall my soul be the essence of some unhappy song. I cried and I cried, for it was on that day my soul was revived, and the sad little girl in me quietly waved goodbye. And the woman long dead inside of me finally came alive. Yesterday I cried until my body ached, cried deep, long, and hard. In secret places I cried, in small and wide open spaces I cried. In the rooms I managed to dwell in for one night or two, I cried. Oh, how I cried bitter cries. Cried hilltops and oceans, cried angry regrets and bitter memories. Cried for myself and for others like me. Cried because I was sick and tired of crying. And when the crying was over, my soul began to crack a smile, to laugh and dance and to shout for joy, for I could cry no more. You see, I cried my way out of bondage, I cried my way out of shame, I cried my way out of insanity, I cried my way out of disdain, I cried my way out of the crying game. And then I prayed my way to freedom, and I prayed my way to peace. Today I am set free, free inside of me.